Hello everyone, I'm Eva.
I'm David, and this is the Ozit Infosec stream, the usual Wednesday red teaming one, although this week is a bit unusual. It's going to be a shorter week for us in terms of streaming, and we also mixed up the Monday stream to have the hardware content. And we sort of managed to get to a point with our Raspberry Pi Pineapple to perform the pineapple attack. I did some experimenting afterwards, and my experience is that if the access point is present that we're trying to spoof and perform the evil twin attack, the only way to perform the attack is how we did it. So we need to de-authenticate the client. So that what you saw was really the most reliable way of creating that type of attack. So we are probably going to move forward with that that pineapple for the project that we have upcoming. And I, just as a precaution, I'm also going to update the older pineapples. We might see them in the later stream, but we're sort of running out of preparation time, so we're going to today look at Active Directory related attacks after the throwback lab, there were a couple references to other rooms in TryHackMe, and we just want to explore those as well. So this is sort of a spin-off stream from the throwback streams, and there's one room about attacking Kerberos, and performing things like the Kerb roasting or ASAP roasting attack. And there's also a reference from that room to another room which is called the Active Directory room, which is I think it's just a small room for some Active Directory exploitation. So we wanted to explore those just to I kind of see all the options available in TryHackMe, and later we might try the Holo labs, which are also Active Directory ones. But for now, we're just planned for these two, and then we'll see. We might start either the Holo one, or there's also Vert, I think. We'll see how it goes and what time allows us to do. So for this week, there's going to be only 2 streams. On Friday, I already marked it as holiday, so for the next 2.5 weeks, we're going to not go entirely on a vacation, but do reruns. So I think I managed to re-upload or upload back all the streams. So even the ones that aged out and you don't have the recording anymore on Twitch, we're going to make a rerun. But for long-term storage, I would like to store our edited streams on YouTube. These are not going to be edited. It's just going to be really a rerun. So if you missed any of the episodes, you will have all, even the news section, which is now probably not that interesting. But that's what we planned for the upcoming 2 weeks, and we have more than enough material. I'm still thinking about how we should run the Prusa one. Maybe we'll do 1 video per day for the next 2 weeks. That should be more than sufficient. So I need to plan how we're going to do the reruns, but I plan to play all the previous ones at least once, and some of them are quite long. So those are probably just gonna be one night. We'll figure it out. Probably every day we're gonna have a rerun just to make sure that we fit everything in that time frame, starting from probably this Friday. So just to make sure that we have at least 3 streams for each week. All right, so that's the plan. Let's look at some Infosec news because we have some interesting things here. So I'm going to switch. And probably the first and the most important one is the VMware patches. Now I haven't looked at this one, but you found this. We did not get the notification from VMware yet to update like Workstation. Usually it's an automatic thing that I get, but it is also included in this list, right?
Indeed. So these are about high severity vulnerabilities. There can be potential arbitrary code execution or denial of service, and the products listed are ESXi, Workstation, Fusion, Cloud Foundation, NSX Data Center for vSphere as well. So I think that
pretty much everything, all the important ones at least.
But there's a good news as well. So far, no evidence of active exploitation. So maybe this is why we are not that much.
Okay, but anyways, when you get the notification, you should update because it's potentially remote code execution. So there's some use after free mentioned here. Unauthorized access to settings. So this looks like this. I think it's a normal VMware patch cycle that we have. Usually they also try to follow the monthly patches. Okay, this one I just saw the headline on Twitter. Do you know anything about this one or?
A little bit.
Little bit. Okay, then you know more than I do. I just read the title and okay, remote code execution. So Cassandra is
NoSQL.
Yeah, it's a NoSQL, like in sort of like we can. I think this one is mentioned in the Pokemon or Big Data game as well. So do you wanna take it? And
actually, I only would like to highlight the good news. about this one as well. So as we can now read in the title, high severity RC in Cassandra, but the good news here as well that are not in the default configuration.
Okay. Is it like the latest Log4j where you just have to wait until someone modifies the configuration?
And you can also check.
So these are the vulnerable settings, or?
So it was found that Cassandra deployment, when these settings are defined, those are vulnerable to this.
So basically, you can determine with a simple grep if you can, if you are vulnerable to this one, right? If I understand correctly, I'm just asking,
that was my
I haven't checked it. Okay.
So the good news is that not the default.
Yeah, in case you have Cassandra, then you probably should check for these settings.
I would say that if you have Cassandra and you know how to configure it, then you know how to check it. If you kept the default once, then...
Yeah, but I'm just looking at that. It's a YAML file, so normally you should be able to verify this one. Now, this next one, I'm not even sure if it qualifies as news, but Magento critical vulnerability exploited already. It's like, I mean, after all these years and all the vulnerabilities, if you're still running Magento, then you shouldn't be surprised that this is happening. So it's, in case you don't know, Magento is, I think, still pretty widely used as, can you also try to refresh on the...
Sure.
Yeah. We're having some buffering, but I think it's this.
No, it's not us.
Yeah.
We heard it.
Yeah, and also Twitch. So hopefully you don't have it, but on my other system, I just look at it sometimes to follow what we have on the stream, and it just keeps on buffering. Hopefully you don't have that issue, but it's a global Twitch thing, and yeah, everyone is affected. So we cannot do much about it if you experience some buffering there. I heard that maybe using VPN can solve it a little bit. So if you are like getting closer to a server, so we're near Hungary, so I guess like a server near to us, or you can try to VPN into a server in Hungary. So Magento 2 critical vulnerability already exploited. I haven't looked at all the details because, yeah, quite frankly, it's just, you know, this is called Wednesday, pretty much. But I think this was 2 days ago, so yeah, it's Monday then.
But then they say that there's a
Magento
custom patch, so
you can apply that one if your e-commerce site is based on Magento. Now, I was a bit surprised about this one, and I don't know much, and I think nobody does, but there were security updates for macOS Catalina and Big Sur, just, you know, silently as a like Valentine gift for everyone who's still running these. And it's not uncommon to be on like one version or two versions behind even, because if you're a Mac user and you're a power user, you probably have a lot of tools installed and you just don't want to move to the new version because you kind of like your ecosystem not being totally broken and affected by the update. So do you know anything about this one?
No.
Yeah, so this is just, yeah, it's a security update, but we haven't seen details about this.
Dr. Johannes Ulrich drew my attention to this one. I wouldn't have checked it without him. So,
anyways, this is something that you maybe should keep in mind, because it's an out of cycle-ish update for these systems. So in case you're running them, check it out. There was also, this is the Chrome engineering blog, a 0-day fixed for Google Chrome. So yeah, update your Chrome. And that's pretty much all that I could find that were the interesting ones. So we're going to move on. I just would like to show what I created in the lab, and then we're going to get started with the TryHackMe labs. But I spent some time on creating a case for the Onagochi and the PySniffer projects that we created, and I went into the PySugars repository. It's a bit weird because you have everything related to the PySugar battery module here, and this is mostly just the case files for Pi Sugar. And it's a little bit tricky to figure out which one you need, but because they have different versions for Pi Sugar, we created our project using the Pi Sugar 2 case, which is a bit larger battery. Therefore, it should provide power for a longer period of time. And you can see here they have different app versions depending on what you attach to your Raspberry Pi, and they do have the e-paper one, which was perfect for my needs for the Ponagochi, because we have the WaveShare e-paper. I think it's the same exact e-paper screen that they have here on the screenshot. So I printed out this one, which is in a separate repository, and you need to get the files from here. So I did the slicing. I don't know if we showed any of the slicing, so I just quickly want to demonstrate how that looks. I just need to navigate to the files. So for example, I'm going to probably create a separate window for this one. So I downloaded here a couple things. Haven't printed out everything there, but we have the I also downloaded the Ponagochi cases that you can find on Thinksverse, for example. But because we use Pi Sugar as the battery, it made more sense to go to the Pi Sugar repo. And Model 2 is the version that we used. And you need one button, a switch. You need also the shell, which is comes in different flavors, but if you want to cover everything up, you need to use the XL shell. And I think that's it from the repository. No, wait, where's the... Oh yeah, and it's weird. So for the Pi Sugar 2, that's all. But you still need, from the first version, the cap, which is the generic Pi Sugar cap. I use this as a bottom for the case, so we can check out the slicing method, for example. Yeah, I have a splash screen of the Prusa slicer here on the other screen. And here's how the slicer looks like. So wait, no, it's not the right window here. Where's the slicer? Yeah, here's the slicer. So it looks like this, and you can rotate the model around like this. And it's a bit tricky because I don't think this is intended to be printed like this. So not ideal that they left the model on one edge. Oops. You can move it around to have it in certain parts of the printing area. You can print multiple of these if you like. My experience is that it's probably better just to print one. And you need to rotate it, so I just rotated on the other side. Yeah, there's the Prusa Clippy thing. And then we have to slice it up. So I did the slicing, and this will produce a G-code file. So it's basically a Gerber file with this image. So the sliced image, and printed like this. All the parts with the... And that's in yet another place. So if you would like to repeat these steps, just drop me a message or something, and I can tell you where you need to go exactly. Because for the cap, I printed out this EP paper cap, and let me show you just real quick the results of this. So now we have a fully assembled case for the Ponagochi. So if you follow the previous streams where we put this one together, this is the final product, and I think it looks really nice.
It's so cute.
And it's a cute little box with a cute little Ponagochi on it.
And it's shining. It's brilliant.
Yeah, because we used the filament that is called Galaxy Black.
Sparkling.
No, it's Galaxy Black. That's the name of the filament. And yeah, it has this sparkly thing. Sure.
Yeah.
So the case has all these parts, and as you can see, this larger sandwich that we have for the Ponagochi kind of fits in nicely into this bulkier version. That you can also find models just to have like a slim version that has like a slimmer bottom or slimmer top, depending on what you want to attach to it. This is the part, the cap that I use as a bottom. So this one snaps in and nicely into these notched parts of the case, and you can attach it just like this. And it stays there, very nice, very stable. It also has one button and one switch. And then this top part goes on like this. Can I have the assembled version? We'll put it under the camera because I want to show the bottom, the button part. This is the bottom part. So there's the Pi Sugar logo. And there's a button, I think it's for resetting the Pi Sugar or just checking. I honestly, I never pushed that button, so I still need to figure out what it does. And then the switch to turn it off and on. So this is something that you need to put in, then put in the Pi Sugar part, put from the top in the Raspberry Pi, and then put the screen on top. Now, why do we have still the foil on? No, I'm not a maniac. I'm not gonna leave it on, but I still not giving up hope that before doing our project, I will be able to install also the real-time clock maybe, which goes between the screen and the Raspberry Pi. But I need to desolder the headers on it and then solder the cables onto the Raspberry Pi, and then everything will be nicely packaged. But this is how, so I just put it together to demonstrate how the finalized tool will look like. And I think it looks really nice, especially with the Galaxy Black. After I realized that I was printing with the incorrect settings, because first 2 tries to print out this case went horribly wrong. I think one time the printer just lifted up like the barely finished base and dragged it across the heat bed. That's because these are different filament materials. Now I forgot the name of it. So these are PETGs, and the sample ones that they provide with the Prusa MINI are PLA ones. Those ones melt on lower temperature. So the problem was that I was printing on a improper temperature, and you can tell because your printing will fail. So if your print fails in a very obvious way, like you drag your model across the heat bed, that's a sign your settings are incorrect, and you should check it instead of trying to print it again and fail again. Because I totally tried it. Yes, I was kind of stupid. But then I looked at the maybe I was like, okay, I'm gonna use a different filament. This is probably some faulty filament here. And then on the box I read, oh, this is not PLA, and yeah. So, and you need to set that one also up in the slicer. So your slicer has to be configured correctly, and your printer has to be configured correctly. So yeah, I learned this the hard way. So learn from my mistake, and then you will have nice things like this, and not just a bunch of plastic garbage waste there. Yeah, plastic waste. So this is something that I will never ever make as a mistake again, because I learned the lesson the hard way. But I'm just telling you that be careful with your settings. Okay, let's dive into let me just switch here to the actual fun part. This was not fun. Hopefully this is something that
assembling the printer.
The printer, but this is the payoff, where we have these cool little boxes for our custom tools, and I'm very happy. The only thing that I still need to do, and that's going to be the next learning step, is to download some of these design files, and I would like to create a cap for the Pi sniffer. So I need to learn how to modify a design and how to redesign it, because that one fits nicely in this case, but it doesn't have a cap part, and it will be just nicer to have it, but it's still usable without the cap. So what are we going to do today? Today we are going to look at more Active Directory related labs, and Attacking Kerberos was referred in the Throwback Labs, which expired on Monday, but we managed to finish it, and we have the recording. So if you're interested checking it out, then that's where you can find it. And I think probably not next week, but the week after that, I'm going to schedule it for the rerun as well. So if you can't watch it this week, don't worry, there's going to be a rerun. And later I would like to put it on YouTube as well. So this was...
Do you want to start the machines?
I'm just explaining why I picked these ones, and then yeah, we can get it. So I was browsing through this one. Explains a lot about Kerberos, and then there's Kerberoot, and that was another reference to Active Directory. And I think I did see this. I can't remember which stream, either if it was Ahazred or Tiberius' stream. They also checked this one. So this is more of a challenge type. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to finish this or do anything with it. But I do want to try this one as well, because I kind of feel like this is not going to be an entire stream. So either we start it and then finish it when we come back, or I don't know, maybe this one will be enough. I have no idea. So we'll see. So about the introduction part, we do have to start off some sort of target, I believe. So yeah, I'm going to click on the start machine one, and I still would like to use our Kali, because I want to see how like tools are being installed. So we're not going to use the attack box or the Kali Linux machine that they have, unless if there's some tool failure like last time, then I think we might jump into the attack box. Anyway, I want to try out if we can
check out if it works over there.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to also see if I can have the VPN connected and the attack box running as well, because that could be interesting in these cases. So yeah, let's start up the machine. And then we're going to also log in here. So I have the VM up and running, and I went to a snapshot, and this is cleaned off. So this is a Kali VM that doesn't have any of the tools installed. We might have to reinstall a couple of the tools that we did, but I wanted to have a clean install, because I think we were messing around with the in-packet installation again, and the dependencies. Let me just put this one into full screen so we have more real estate. So fresh and clean. I think I also ran update upgrade. Now there's a new Kali version, so this is not the after dist upgrade, but hopefully everything will work. I'm just trying to position the terminal, and I need to copy over the file for the VPN, which is do that. I'm just getting some real estate here, and there's my OpenVPN file, and I'm going to start up the...
Do you want to create a new folder for this exercise, or?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because we did that.
Yeah, let's do that one. So THM attacking Kerberos. No, Kerberos. With Kerberos. Does this look correct?
Yes.
Right?
I don't know why it's so hard.
Right?
To
I'm not gonna risk
read
this.
it. Yeah, but it's correct.
Attacking Kerberos. Yeah, but I'm going to leave the OpenVPN file out here. So yeah, let's connect to the lab, and let me just check something real quick here. I'm gonna check my profile and the access. Okay, it says connected, so we should be good. And we should be able to, I don't know, should we just ping it?
Yeah. Or you can check also your interface.
It looks good. This pings, that's the target box. All right, what are we going to do here? Would you like to read the first one?
Yeah.
So this one, I think, goes quite a lot of depth in like how Kerberos is working. So I think we should read this one, and then if there's something that we know about Kerberos, which is not much, then we can add that one. All right, so what are we going to do here?
Yeah, this room will cover all of the basics of attacking Kerberos. The Windows ticket granting service will cover the following: initial enumeration using tools like Kerberoot and Kerberos roasting, ASREP roasting and with Kerberos and Impacket. So we can.
Oh boy, we had very
fun.
good experience with Impacket.
Now we are very good at breaking it.
Yeah, we're masters of breaking Impacket.
In different ways. Gold and silver ticket attacks, past ticket, skeleton key attacks using Mimicat.
Okay, cool. So this one covers a lot of Active Directory attacks. That's awesome.
This room will be related to very real-world applications and will most likely not help with any CTFs. However, it will give you great starting knowledge of how to escalate your privileges to a domain admin by attacking Kerberos and allow you to take over and control network. I think that sounds great.
Yeah.
It is recommended to have knowledge of general post-exploitation Active Directory basics and Windows command line to be successful with this room.
Yeah, but normally this is marked as an easy room, right? Can you scroll up here? I think it's marked somewhere easy or something like that. So it's a walkthrough room, so it's going to be a good warm up before we fail miserably with the other one.
So what is Kerberos? Kerberos is the default authentication service for Microsoft Windows domains. It is intended to be more secure than NTLM by using third-party ticket authorization as well as stronger encryption. Even though NTLM has a lot more attack vectors to choose from, Kerberos still has a handful of underlying vulnerabilities, just like NTLM, that we can use to our advantage. So, terminology. Ticket granting ticket or TGT. A ticket granting ticket is an authentication ticket used to request service tickets from the TGS for specific resources or from the domain. Key Distribution Center, KDC. The Key Distribution Center is a service for using TGTs and service tickets that consist of the authentication service and the ticket granting service.
So this is usually the Active Directory domain controller that has this role, I think.
Authentication service, AS, issues TGTs to be used by the TGS in the domain to request access to other machines and service tickets. TGS, Ticket Granting Service, takes the TGT and returns a ticket to a machine on the domain. Service Principal Name, SPN, is an identifier given to a service instance to associate a service instance with a domain service account. Windows requires that services have a domain service account, which is why a service needs an SPN set.
So this is what we saw in the Throwback Lab as well. It's quite common in case you have
I think this one also failed for us, no? Or
No,
you
no,
eventually got this one working?
I mean, there were two cases where we had to use Kerberoasting, and with Impacket it didn't work. But each cases so Kerberoasting targets service accounts with the service principal name set, and usually it's either for some sort of backend service like SQL service, or a web application that needs to authenticate, like for example, as the user, then they need to have a service account that will get the appropriate access from the Kerberos authentication service. So they usually have like a service principal name set.
KDC long-term secret key, KDC LT key, is based on KRB TGT service account. It is used to encrypt the TGT and sign the pack. Client long-term secret key, client LT key. The client key is based on the computer or service account. It is used to check the encrypted timestamp and encrypt the session key. Service long-term secret key, service LT key. The service key is based on the service account. It is used to encrypt the service portion of the service ticket and sign the pack. Privilege attribute certificate. Session key. Issued by the KDC. When a TGT is issued, the user will provide the session key to the KDC along with the TGT when requesting a service ticket. Privilege attribute certificate or pack. The pack holds all of the user's relevant information. It is sent along with the TGT to the KDC to be signed by the target LT key and the KDC LT key in order to validate the user.
Okay, I think later it will be clear what all these means because there was a diagram, so I think they will walk us through the whole process of getting a ticket and a ticket getting a ticket before that. So yeah.
ASRIC with pre-authentication in detail. As ASRIC step in Kerberos authentication starts when a user requests a TGT from the KDC. In order to validate the user and create a TGT for the user, the KDC must follow all these exact steps. The first step is for the user to encrypt a timestamp and the hash and send it to the AS. The KDC attempts to decrypt the timestamp using the anti-hash from the user. If successful, the KDC will issue a TGT as well as a session key for the user. Ticket granting, ticket contents. In order to understand how the service tickets get created and validated, we need to start with where the tickets come from. The TGT is provided by the user to the KDC. In return, the KDC validates the TGT and returns a service ticket. What do we see here?
It's really just the structure of the ticket granting ticket. It's pretty important that there's a timestamp on this. If timestamp settings or time settings are not correct in an Active Directory domain, then that can wreak pretty big havoc on the environment because no one can authenticate. So there's a validation period time, and the validity time for all these tickets. Basically, the golden ticket attack is generating a ticket that has like a unusually long validity time. So this can be also somewhat manipulated and exploited by an attacker. And then I think the important part here,
us golden ticket,
yeah. And the important part here is probably with the point where some of the messages that we saw will use the anti-hash from the user. That's really the basis of the AS wrap roasting and Kerberos attacks, that the tickets will use the anti-hash from the user, and this allows us to do offline cracking when we can generate these or have the Kerberos authentication service generate tickets for us and enforce it depending on how the user permissions or attributes are set. So ASREP roasting and Kerberos are a little bit different under the hood, but essentially the attack steps are kind of the same. So you would force the creation of a Kerberos message and capture that, and then do offline cracking. That's what's going to happen. Those are the common two attacks against Kerberos, for example. I think here, content is really what is the service, what is the target, who's the client, and then there's some additional keys that will be used for later steps. That's pretty much what is inside. Okay, service ticket. So this is for the these terms TGT and TGS are, I think at first are pretty confusing, because the steps in Kerberos will include a step where you get a ticket that will allow you to get a ticket to a service. So first you authenticate towards the Kerberos service, and if that authentication is successful, then you get a ticket that allows you to it's like, I don't know how, probably the best analogy is like Disneyland or a theme park, where you have your ticket to enter into the theme park, but you still need to like get a fast pass to ride,
or a separate ticket,
or a separate ticket for certain rides. But you already have the ticket that allows
you have to be inside.
you have to be inside the park to ride the roller coaster or something like this. Is a good analogy, I think, for the idea of what's going on with Kerberos. Okay, let's see the next one. Should I read it, or
I can read it.
Yeah, so this was getting a ticket so that you can get a ticket to authenticate to the service.
But we are arriving soon to the overview, so I think that would be helpful.
We'll see the steps here. We can already see the bottom of or the top of the diagram.
So service ticket contents. To understand how Kerberos authentication works, you first need to understand what these tickets contain and how they are validated. A service ticket contains two portions, the service provided portion and the user provided portion. I'll break it down into what each portion contains. Service portion, user details, session key, encrypts the ticket with the service account and the LM hash. User portion, validity timestamp, session key, encrypts with the TGT session key. So here is the overview. So first, the user requests a TGT.
There's also the descriptions of the steps below that. So that's the AS request.
So the client requests an authentication ticket to the ticket granting ticket. And then the response is the key distribution center verifies the client and sends back an encrypted TGT.
So this is the point where the user is authenticated to this authentication service. And then we can ask for tickets that will allow us to authenticate to us the actual target service.
Then the client sends the encrypted TGT to the ticket granting server TGS with the service principal name of the service the client wants to access.
Yes, it's getting the eventually asking for a TGS, yeah.
Then the key distribution center verifies the TGT of the user and that the user has access to the service, then sends a valid session key for the service to the client. And now we can try to use the service. So the client requests the service and sends the valid session key to prove the user has access if service grants access.
Yeah. So it looks a bit convoluted, but it actually kind of makes sense. However, there are multiple ways to attack and exploit this. So
Kerberos tickets overview. The main ticket that you will see in a ticket granting ticket, these can come.
The main ticket that you will see is a ticket granting ticket. These can come in various forms, such as a .Kirby for Rubels.
Or CC,
yeah.
Ccache.
So, okay, I think they're talking about here how you would save these when you use any of the attacker tools. So yeah, Rubels, and Rubels will use a .Kirby extension, and this is also the format that Mimikatz is waiting to do manipulation. So for example, you can save a ticket with Rubels and then import it in with Mimikatz if it's in the Kirby format, and the CC cache is apparently something that Impacket saves. I don't know Impacket that well, but yeah, it's just, so this is not really Kerberos related. It's more like how attacker tools handle these, but yeah.
Yeah, here they list the attack privilege requirements.
we're not gonna read this part. So so yeah,
the main
is
ticket that you will see is a Kirby ticket. A ticket is typically base64 encoded and can be used for various attacks. The ticket granting ticket is only used with the KDC in order to get service tickets. Once you give the TGT, the server then gets the user details, session key, and then encrypts the ticket with the service account and TLM hash. Your TGT then gives the encrypted timestamp, session key, and the encrypted TGT. The KDC will then authenticate the TGT and give back a service ticket for the requested service. A normal TGT will only work with that given service account that is connected to it. However, a KRB TGT allows you to get any service ticket that you want, allowing you to access anything on the domain that you want.
Yeah, so basically once you get access to Kerb TGT, then you can run, for example, domain sync, DC sync, and the DC sync attack, which is really just acting as a domain controller and getting the hashes synchronized. I think this was also something that we saw in, there's a point definitely in Throwback that we had, but if you missed that, then yeah, just for you to know that
check out the video.
Usually the end goal, I mean, if an attacker already has access to an account that is allowed to run DC sync, they're just one step from getting almost complete control over the domain controller. So yeah, when that happens, because if they run a DC sync attack with that, they also going to have the hash for the Kerb TGT account, and they can use that one later with other attacks like pass the ticket, which is mentioned here. So attack
privilege requirements.
Oh, this is actually pretty cool to know. Yeah, so
good summary. Yeah,
you wanna go through them or
Kerb root
just
enumeration. No domain access required. Pass the ticket. Access as user to the domain required. Kerb roasting. Access as any user required. ASRAP roasting. Access as any user required. Golden ticket. Full domain compromise. Domain admin required. Silver ticket. Service hash required. Skeleton key. Full domain compromise. Domain admin required.
Yeah, so golden ticket and actually silver ticket as well, and skeleton key. So those are domain persistence attacks, and they can be used by an attacker to persist in an already compromised domain. Oh yeah, with service ticket, it doesn't necessarily has to be like a full domain compromise. They can persist as that service, and for I'm a bit confused here. Kerb roasting, I thought that you need a domain user for that. ASAP roasting is really like just access to the network. But Kerb roasting as well? Okay. Then my knowledge was incorrect. But it probably makes sense, yeah. We'll see. I mean, we'll probably try it out. But yeah, ASAP roasting and Kerb roasting, those are very, very common attacks. Again, still you need to crack the password hash to make something out of it. So if you cannot crack the captured ticket, then it's gonna be very useful. Pass the ticket is essentially doing pass the hash in a domain environment. So it's like, but instead of passing the hash, you're passing the ticket as the name suggests. Okay, let's see what else we have here.
I think we. Sorry, question.
To start, I think it's just.
They said this machine can take up to 10 minutes to boot, so we are very lucky that we started.
Yeah, we started looking into this and
up to 5 minutes to SSH.
So like, all together, is it like adding it together?
And up to.
Yeah. Oh, and up to. So altogether 15 minutes.
And
okay, let's answer the questions and then we.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it should be up already, but let's answer these questions. So.
What does TGT stand for?
It's a ticket granting ticket. So it's not a ticket that you use to authenticate to a service. put a ticket to have the rights to get a ticket granting
service principal name.
Yeah.
Ah.
I forgot that one.
Privilege.
Attribute certificate. I don't think this is a term that is often used, but what two services make up KDC?
What two services?
Yeah, it's mentioned in the part that they talk about.
I think AS plus TGS.
Yes. I think they had a space there between the two. And they might, well, no, wait, just, yeah. And a common space. Caps, use caps.
No, it's fine.
Oh, no. You sure? I'm not sure if it will be accepted like that. Okay. Deploy the machine, we did that. Okay. All right, let's see the first.
Start with enumeration.
Yeah.
So enumeration with Kerberos. Kerberos is a popular enumeration tool used to brute force and enumerate valid Active Directory users by abusing...
Can I have a confession?
No.
Oh. But I really want to. I never used Kerberos before. So I'm very curious.
Excellent time to do that. So abusing the Kerberos pre-authentication. For more information on enumeration using Kerberos, check out the Active Directory.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why that's why I picked that one as well for this stream, because I went through. I went through who's the same person who created the throwback as well. Well, one of them. One of the creators.
It's written here.
Yeah. So I just went through these steps and I thought like, oh, this looks cool. I want to do this one later. And I saw a reference there, so that's why I picked up the other one. Yeah.
You need to add the DNS domain name along with the machine IP to Etsy host inside of your attacker machine, or these attacks will not work for you. So let's get started with that.
Sorry, what did you say? What? I was phasing out for a second.
That we need to add.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's do that one then. I love that how you hit tab on the you're good.
Oops.
Oh, it's look.
Oh, okay.
It's the usual one, which is not a secret. It's running on our laptop. I always use the same, like S1234 and then percentage for lab machines. That's not my actual password. Like, seriously, it's not my. Yeah. Oh, it's good. Yeah. Is there I don't think it matters if you have spaces, but I would just make sure that maybe it's a tab. Yeah.
You want that?
Yeah, let's do a tab. See?
Nice.
Because it's nicer. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Thank you. Oh, sure.
Thank you for the follow.
For the follow.
Did we have the... I don't think we had the animation. I'm gonna do some...
Or we were just so deep inside.
No, it's like...
here it is now.
Okay, it's appearing. Yeah, owned is... But why is it not displayed here? I'm gonna reinstall the alerts anyways. Because, owned, the overlay that we use, sometimes just forgets to display the alerts here. But I think it appeared on the stream, which is kind of weird. I didn't see it in OBS, but thank you for the follow. How's it going?
Have you ever used Kerberos?
So, okay, we did that one. And then...
Abusing pre-authentication overview. By brute forcing Kerberos pre-authentication, you do not trigger the account fail to log on event which can throw up red flags to blue teams. When brute forcing through Kerberos, you can brute force by only sending a single UDP frame to the KDC, allowing you to enumerate the users on the domain from a word list. Okay, but then you need a word list.
So this is this is brute forcing without trying to perform authentication to the service. That's cool. Let me check the page there for Kerberos. The actual like page. I just want to see what they talk. No, that's the person's just the repo. Yeah, here, because I would like to just see the background here.
Grew out of
Kerberos
some
client.
bash script.
Wanted something that didn't require privileges to install Kerberos client, brute forcing much faster. Any other approach? Potentially stealthier since pre-authentication fails. Doing it. Okay, so this is a pre-authentication. I can't fit logon event with Kerberos. Kerberos, you can validate username. Test login by only sending one UDP frame. Check background information, check out my troopers. Okay, I'm going to check it afterwards. We're not going to check that one out. I'm just interested in how the underlying protocol session looks like. Interesting. That's really cool. Okay, Kerberos installation. I wonder if Kerberos is available in Kali. Let me just try to type it in and see if it's available. I think it's not installed, but like maybe it's in the repository or something. So can you just type Kerberos and then hit enter, and then Kali will say like, oh, that's not.
Like this?
I think so. Yeah, no, then we have to install the repository. Should I
Oh,
jump
you
in
want to
and
do
take
it?
over? Yeah, well, you can as well. Well, we need it from the. Do we want to get the releases version? Wait. If you do it like this, then maybe let's do it in the VM. So we're going to use a stable release first. You can also drop it in a bookmark in case we need it. Oh. I was dragged, but that's also cool. That's it. I had no idea that little star is there. I think I sometimes accidentally click it and I'm like, oh no, I don't know what I do. Go back. So
which one?
I think you just grab the
Rename Kerberos to
Yeah, but-
Kerberos. So this is
I
what
think
they...
it's really just a single script here. So pick the AMD, because this is
This one.
it's a 64-bit VM here. So just save it under our home or something. Yeah, right here.
Here?
Yeah, here it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
We're very confident.
Yes.
What is happening?
I think you need to, just save it in downloads then. Just say, save, and then we can move it from there. Let's move it out, please, to the, Control V. Or, okay, that one also works. Yep, and then you need to,
Rename according to them.
okay, we can rename it. And also, we need to modify the privileges on it to make it executable. Actually, like renaming it is not. I don't think it's necessary, but yeah, let's rename it.
So I should rename it.
Yeah, why not? And then chmod plus x, I think. Yep, just make it executable. Alrighty, can you do just no wait dot slash, because it's not in our path, it's just locally here. Other slash.
And where's that?
The slash.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, looks good. I mean, it gives back something. Version. Let's type version. Just clear the, no, not dash V, version. Enter. Yeah. If you, sorry. I was just looking at here, the available commands.
Oh.
That's the usage here. And then we have additional flags, which we'll probably use later. Okay. Kind of looks like it works. So let's do our first, I don't know, attack or enumeration. Enumerating users.
Enumerating users with Kerberos. Enumerating users allows you to know which user accounts are on the target domain and which accounts could potentially be used to access the network. cd into the directory that you put Kerberos, download the word list to enumerate with here, and yeah. So copy.
Yeah. We can also, if that doesn't work because it requires, you have to, it's just little icons. Oh, it's GitHub, okay. Raw. And then, yeah, you can, well, I mean, can you go back? Just, let's do it easier. Can you right click on raw? And say save link as. This will just save the file. Yeah, let's also put it in Kali.
Yeah,
or you think it will not work again?
Oh,
not work.
That's
okay.
Work.
I think if you click on the directory, then afterwards it will not work. It's there.
Oh, it's there.
Good. All right. Also, can you bookmark this one for me? The page.
Okay, so we have.
Can you bookmark the page for me? Just for later use. I just like to have the references there. All right, let's run this thing. So we're just feeding in the info for the domain controller, which they nicely provided us. And then the other, well, it's kind of weird. Like, so what? The DC is the domain controller, and then this is the domain, I guess, and then...
Yeah, can we check? Yeah, okay. DC domain, the full domain to use. DC string, the location of the domain controller KDC to target.
Yeah.
If blank, we'll look up via DNS.
Oh, okay, nice. The only thing that is missing from here is that you need to provide a word list, but... but wait, no, it's like... User enum. So user enum, yeah, enumerate word usernames, but you need a word list here. On other places they mention word list, but you also need to
yeah,
like
the
this.
usage command. It says usage.
Yeah. I think it can also just like have a password list as well for brute forcing. Okay, would you do the honors? Okay, we have a bunch of, does it save it into a file or you need to direct it into a file? Because in that case, like, yeah.
I don't see a
Yeah, can you just direct it out into a file and run it again so we have it?
And how should I name it?
Kerberos user, Kerberos underscore user enum txt.
Like this?
Yeah, user, yeah, that looks good. I just want to have the output there. Awesome. Yeah, in case, I guess we need to do something with this, so. All right, so we have admin 1, 2, administrator, HTTP service, machine 1, machine 2, SQL server. Okay, I can see the future based on the usernames. I think SQL service is going to be the Kerberos one, and ASAPROS is probably going to be for the HTTP service, because, yeah, those are often the two services associated with these attacks. But yeah, let's see actually what the room says.
This will brute force user accounts from a domain controller using a supplied word list.
Okay.
Now enumerate on your own and find the rest of the users and, more importantly, service accounts. How many total users do we enumerate?
I hope that they mean like this is all. So
This 88.
no, that's I think this is just a port. That's the
Oh no,
Kerberos port.
tested 100
And
user.
then 10 is valid.
But then isn't it 100?
No, I think that's the entire list. So do a word count on the
But
users.
how many total users do we? Oh,
I think
you
it's
are
just
right
10.
because it's just the two.
Yeah. The 100 is. Can you add or can you count the number of lines in the user
I think
txt file? Just do a word count on it. Users. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it only has 100. Yeah. Okay. Next question. What is the SQL Service account name? It's a SQL Service. Well, we don't know that, but it kind of looks like it. Second machine account name.
I think machine
Did
2.
we have machine
Machine
accounts?
2.
Okay. These are very very twisty names there.
Okay, then now
Third user.
tell me what was the third
User
user.
3. I do remember that one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 10 usernames. I don't have a photographic memory, but I this much I kind of can remember. I cannot remember though, like more than 5 items for a shopping list for some reason.
So that was the enumeration part. So we need a good user list. Probably, yeah.
For the
Based on
project,
the
or what do you mean?
naming convention.
For the project.
If you have such a project.
Yeah, well, we saw some. Oh yeah, you mean to run it against the? Yeah. You can probably get that from places like LinkedIn and such. Yeah, and figure out what is the naming convention for the domain.
And in the throwback lab,
yeah,
we had
those
to
scripts
generate
from
the email.
the same person who created the lab. Yeah, that's pretty useful. I'm just wondering on the project that we're going to do. Do we have anything like that from last year? Have you seen anything from last year? We'll check. Anyways.
Harvesting and brute forcing tickets with Rubos. To start this task, you will need to RTP or SSH into the machine. Your credentials are here.
Administrator.
So what do you prefer?
Let's RDP. This is
RDP.
Windows. It's awkward to SSH into a Windows machine. It feels dirty. So X RDP, I think. No, sorry. X3 desktop. Yeah. Free RDP. Yeah. Whatever. That won't work, right? I think most cases. Or no, but there's also the
Remina, no?
Was it called
Not
Remina?
Remina?
Yeah, Remina. Remina was pretty nice.
That's
Is it-
Remina.
I can't remember. You know what I do? I do this. Our desktop alternatives. But I think it was Remina, yeah. You see, yeah, Remina,
with
but
double
M.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's. Oh, yeah.
It's just
We
like.
even
Did
suggestion.
you mean
Did you just mistype it?
APT is now like Google. Oops, can you type it in? I'll let you drive.
No.
Sure. Yeah, probably you have to. Four times the charm. It's
So
very, very
we have a
complex
very
password.
special
Surrender.
edition. Even we just try to type.
Our own password. No, I like Remina because it has a nice interface and you don't need to do any awkward parameter list. It's just, yeah, you just enter the RDP. So yeah, this is closed. It's just howdy, partner. Yeah, no, just close this one. You need to type in the IP address, yeah, and then that's it. Yeah.
Oh, your machine
You
IP.
can
Sorry.
copy
No,
it from there. No, that's the one.
That's
It's
the
the
one.
VM, yeah. All right. Yeah, accept the
Yeah.
certificate because YOLO administrator. No typey.
No typing.
No typey,
I
typey.
just proved with the
Wait,
pass.
wait.
I will delete
Okay.
that.
Extra space.
Yeah. So I just proved with the.
I think that one also might have an extra space there, by the way.
No, that's not.
Are you sure?
Yes. So with the password, that
If it
probably
fails,
we don't
Save.
want to.
See? Extra space. Just delete the last character. I'm pretty sure there's an extra space there.
You are very good at this.
I'm a professional.
Hello, Vignoliano.
Hi, Janos. How's it going? Today,
Today we are practicing typing passwords.
I did not spend hours and hours, okay, maybe just an hour, on commands. Sometimes I do forget this, but if you want to find out what's going on and what's up, you just do up, exclamation mark, what's up, and Nightbot will tell you what's going on. So Nightbot can help, but we're doing some spin-off rooms after the Throwback Labs, and in the Throwback Labs there was a reference to this room here, Attacking Kerberos. So if you want to follow along, this is just a tutorial type of room explaining what Kerberos is. I kind of feel like you're probably aware of the basics, but you can quickly go through the introduction. So we kind of went through and explained it a little bit, but this is also a pretty good explanation here for the covering the most important parts. And we used Kerberos, which was something that I never used. I heard about it, but I never used, so I'm very glad that we see it here. And we have a list of users for this domain. And we're doing this next step here where we're going to use Rubels, which is another awesome tool. So yeah, that's where we are. And once we finish with this tutorial lab, then we might go and do the attractive directory one. And if time allows, we might start another like more complex one. So that's it. Yeah, sure thing, no worries. So that's what we're doing, just to learn a bit more and practice a bit more before an engagement. Now I just need to figure out which was the dynamic resolution update. Oh, and thank you for the follow, g.info. How's it going? So the room said that we need to RDP into this box, which we did, and I think they do have here Rubels already under downloads. I'm going to close the management console.
What are we doing?
I'm just looking around here. So there's Rubels and Mimikatz, and I'm sorry, my obsessive compulsive disorder does not allow me to have files without extensions and all that. And yeah, we have a new follower as well. You missed that part. That's all you missed. Then I explained what we're doing for.
Yeah, you did not miss a lot, no?
No, yeah. And I think, like I said, Visual Janos probably has some initial knowledge on some of the things that we talked about. We already kind of touched upon during the Throwback Labs. We're just trying new tools and right. I'll let you.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Read the steps. I just did the RDP, did the dynamic resize, and I think that's why I like Ramina. I remember why
so you already covered.
No, I haven't.
Oh, so maybe
I'm here RDP'd in, and that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't do much. Sorry.
So Rubels is a powerful tool for attacking Kerberos. Rubels is an adaptation of the Gecko tool. I don't know that one.
Yeah, Gecko I think is what is included in Mimikatz. Can you just open another tab? Do Gecko GitHub. I think it was it is from Benjamin Delpy. And that's why the output of Rubeus is compatible with Mimikat. So you can use the output because it will produce the same kind of .kirby files. So yeah, Keko is just and I think it's included also with the Mimikatz, but Mimikatz package. But I don't want to say anything stupid. It does have its separate GitHub repo, but I do recall seeing it, or maybe I just have like a package that is including this. Yeah, so it's a tool from Benjamin Delpy.
To manipulate Microsoft Kerberos in C.
Yep, and for fun.
And for fun.
Okay.
And developed by Harmjoy.
Harmjoy, yeah.
Harmjoy.
I think he's still Spectrops. Forgot his actual name, but he and Cyber Jesus together created like it was like Bloodhound and stuff like that. He's a smart cookie. Yeah, he's kind of smart.
Yeah, the very well-known Active Directory guru.
Yeah. The difference with Rubeus is written in C#, so that's one difference, and that's why it's a better tool than anything written by Benjamin. No, I'm just kidding, but I mean, come on, C# is such a much better language than dealing with C++. It's an abomination.
But we have users in this.
Yeah, but still. Rubeus is something that but C# is kind of important because you can much easier port it into something like PowerShell and invoke things from PowerShell. But yeah, so Rubeus, and by default, Rubeus is, if you look at the Ghost Pack link here, is just the source. So you need to compile it, and it's actually recommended to doing it with a precompiled version of not using a precompiled version. Because even just doing the compilation on your own, and it's really just you start up here. Like you can download the community Visual Studio, and which reminds me, I need to install it on this box once it's finished going through the entire SSD, and then you just compile it. So even the stable release is just the source, but we saw I removed the references here from Throwback. But Throwback had a link on the precompiled binaries, and it does contain like a Rubeus version as well. So it's just a project page.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they have the link here as well.
To the compiled one?
Yeah.
No, they don't, but yeah, we don't need it here, and I have it stored. So, but we're not going to use that one in the engagement anyway. So we're just going to compile these. It's not that difficult.
So Rubeus has a wide variety of attacks and features that allow it to be a very versatile tool for attacking Kerberos. Just some of the many tools and attacks include overpass the hash, ticket request and renewals, ticket management, ticket extraction, harvesting, pass the ticket, ES-rep roasting, and Kerberosting. The tool has way too many attacks and features for me to cover all of them, so I'll be covering only the ones I think are most crucial to understand how to attack Kerberos. However, I encourage you to research and learn more about Rubeus and its whole host of attacks and features here, and we just came back from there.
Yep.
Rubeus is already compiled and on the target machine.
Actually, it would be nice to have an extra step in this room to do the compilation on your own, which is just a one extra step, but it's really like you just double click on the project and compile. Okay.
So harvesting tickets with Rubeus. Harvesting gathers tickets that are being transferred to the KDC and saves them for use in other attacks, such as the pass ticket attack. So
this is locally on that. This is, I think it's a domain controller, so that's why we will see a lot of tickets here. If you are neat, you wanna mention this trick that you did?
So what I did here, that we have the file explorer here, and if we go here to the navigation
now
panel,
the path has changed because it
and you just type CMD, then it opens.
And you can also do it with PowerShell, which
location.
is a better shell.
Do you want me to?
No,
do
no,
that?
it's fine. It just, this one doesn't have a shorthand for listing, but it
So
doesn't matter. Yeah.
now they are telling us that this command tells Rubos to harvest 40 GTs every 30 seconds.
So this is the same way as if you
Should I
have. What's the question?
increase the size?
I think it's okay-ish. Wait. Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks better. So this type of usage might be something that you want to do when you're in a box and you know that there might be potentially on that box, like you do this through either Bloodhound or PowerView. You might know that that box has constrained or unconstrained delegation, and if you can get a ticket from an administrator and save it just like with this command, you can use that ticket then through the delegation, which I don't know if they mention here, but there are ways to do delegation in Active Directory. Constrained and unconstrained. The constrained one sounds better. It's actually pretty much the same deal as unconstrained. That machine with unconstrained delegation will allow you to just authenticate to the domain controller and basically take over the domain. So often constrained and unconstrained delegation is also a pretty good target, but you need the ticket to authenticate, and it can be a great way with Rubos to collect those. So this is taking quite some time. It should be normally within 30 seconds that we see something, right? Or at least a minute. Worst case. Worst case it would be. Okay.
Oh, I just put a couple of enters.
Because there was probably a selection. I think you can stop it, because otherwise we're just gonna keep having this. Can you put it full screen? I like full screen. So this is the ticket, and Rubos saves it in base64 format. This is just the machine account. So here, sorry.
Yeah, the controller dash.
There's the administrator later. So I think we actually did good that. Oh, there's plenty of. There's also the actual administrator. So when you see a dollar sign
is that an RDP client?
Yes, it's called Remina.
With
and,
double.
Yeah.
That we just
So let me type it in here. Remina. It's a very nice RDP client because you can do the dynamic resizing. We just started using it since last week or something when we did the throwback.
And we didn't even use it. No?
No, I did.
No?
Maybe we went with
no, because
free
of the
RDP.
proxy,
No, eventually went with free RDP. But it's a really nice.
Is it better than X-free RDP?
I would argue yes. It's a bit easier to use.
Sometimes X-free RDP gives
same. So our desktop and X-free RDP they can be problematic. So Remina is a pretty good alternative, and it's in the Kali package repo, so you can just install it with apt. Yep. So that's what we're using, Remina, and we collected the hashes. So now what?
Taking notes after that. Awesome.
So next, let's move on.
Brute forcing password spring with Rubos. Rubos can both brute force passwords as well as password spray user accounts. When brute forcing passwords, you use a single user account and a word list of passwords to see which password works for that given user account. In password spraying, you give a single password, such as password1, and spray against all found user accounts in the domain to find which one may have that password. Thank you, I'll try that out.
Oh, you're welcome.
This attacker will take a given Kerberos-based password and spray it against all found users and give a Kirby ticket. This ticket is a TGT that can be used in order to get service tickets from the KDC, as well as to be used in attacks like the past ticket attack. Before password spraying with Rubos, you need to add the domain controller domain name to the Windows host file. You can add the IP and domain name to the host file from the machine by using the echo command.
Yeah.
Do you want to manually edit
No.
it,
This
or-
is fine. Just make sure that you have a shell that has admin rights, and probably I'm not sure if echo works in. Yeah, I would just use it with PowerShell.
What is happening?
I think it's just a bit slow. Do you want to add it to the taskbar maybe?
Oops.
Wait. Just add it to the taskbar. Oh yeah, that works as well. More into taskbar first. Pin. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure later we'll use it. You just
Can I
close
just
this one.
scroll? Why should I close this one?
Because it's a... Oh, this is an admin one?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, it's fine. What do you want to do? Increase the font?
Yeah.
It's a good call.
No, it's nicer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me just...
Okay, yeah.
So we are editing now the...
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Wait. The problem is if you keep clicking around like this, you have a selection there. And yeah, you just need to be careful how you copy paste in the PowerShell shell. Because even if you have one single selection, then when you try to right click, it will just copy that selected little character. So yeah, I think it's super annoying, but it is how like older PowerShell works. Okay, you need to go to. We're already in. No, we're not in downloads, but we will be there.
We
And
are
then-
in downloads with the other...
With the PowerShell.
Not with the PowerShell.
Ah, you just want to
With
use that one.
Rubos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you do it. Oh, sorry. That was me clicking. So you're going to use the root.
Navigate to the Rubos directory, and this command, this will take a given password and spray it against all found users, then give the Kirby TGT for that user.
So that means it will do the. How does it find out the usernames?
I'm wonder, yeah.
I never used this attack, so is it still? Oh,
No, I
I think you didn't. But it's okay. It doesn't matter.
and again.
Wait, no, don't do it now. Don't do it now, because I did see that you have the selection again. Yeah, this is the, like I said, you have to be very, very careful not to have the any selected characters there. Yep, right. I think your change didn't take effect.
Oh no, I think you have to close.
Could be that.
Yeah, you have to close
It could be
the...
also- You can close that
yeah.
one as well. We don't need that one. Close screen.
No.
Yeah, let's just check the
host file.
Yeah, manually.
Oh. So I should navigate there.
Just to have it, because if you end up copying something, you will have the same problem again. Yeah, but you won't be able to edit it manually. So you need to, yeah, you want to drop it here. That's fine. So, Windows, system for
drivers.
Yeah, but it's in system for each. Or it's a driver. No, it's system32
Drivers.
drivers.
Yeah.
There it is. Just almost under your cursor. Yeah. Etsy. Posts. Just make a copy of it. No, you won't be able to open it and edit it.
No?
You cannot save it like that. No.
I just want to see
No,
it.
the system. Yeah, because it's all messed up. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then it's not
It's
a good.
yeah, no, the echo command is it doesn't.
Or maybe we should have just, yeah.
Can I-
You can copy it over, yeah, if you want.
Yeah, you won't be able to edit it like this, so that's just something that
I know, I was just wondering
Okay.
if
Oops.
if it was
No.
related to
No,
our
it's just
chat.
no. I think it's just the way the whole thing works here. I'm not sure. Oh,
But it
there's an
looked
extra one.
good. It looked good in the command line.
Replace. Okay, this should be good.
Yeah, we can try it now.
Yep. And we have. I still don't really get like how does it figure out the. I'll read that one later. I think it's probably doing something similar, or just listens and looks for requests. I'm not sure. I mean, how does it figure out the
username?
The usernames? Perp and guest is pretty straightforward, but like how? No, it's not. It's unmentioned here. Use this attack as it may lock you out of the network depending on the account lookout policies. Okay.
They
Should
want
we
to
try
check?
to?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Does it bother you? Brute spray. But it doesn't say how is it doing it. New user. I don't know, does it have like a predefined list? Yeah, no, we'll check it later, but it's not clear how it performs the brute force attack here. Because yeah, okay, it eventually finds out the machine password here for the machine one account, but how does it know? Maybe it's just asking for the list of users. You can query the Active Directory, so I guess maybe it queries the Active Directory and then goes through the users. That would be a good explanation. We'll try it later. Let's move on.
Which domain admin do we get a ticket for when harvesting tickets?
What's the question? Sorry, I didn't.
Which domain admin do we get a ticket for when harvesting tickets?
Administrator. That was the previous step. That was the first one. So we had the machine account, but we also saw administrator. No, not this one. When we did the periodic ticket harvesting steps. Yeah. And which domain controller do we get a ticket when harvesting tickets? That was which domain controller? It's controller, wasn't it?
Controller?
Yeah. But it's not the.
How many stars?
Yeah.
The victim has to request a TGT while Rubaus running, no?
For the ticket harvesting, yes, absolutely. So the Rubros is just listening there. Why is it not?
Needs .local probably.
No,
then it's
so yeah,
too-
no, it's too
then
long.
it's
So
too-
it's. So let's see. Oh, when harvesting tickets, sorry. That was controller -1. And I do remember. Obviously, we don't have it here. I'm going to rerun that command.
I
real
saw
quick.
that.
Yeah, you remember there was a machine account? Yeah, why are we cleaning the screen? I think we should stop that one. I'm just going to rerun this. No, it's not domain control for sure. We're gonna have it in no time. I think it was controller -1. No, you don't need an enter. I don't have the anything pasted here, but I think it was controller 1.
-1.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense. But I don't want to leave it to just my poor memory. Yeah, controller is the name of the domain, but they also have like controller. No, we need to wait 30 seconds.
Oh.
So admin, and then yeah, there's
Yep.
controller 1. So yeah, sorry, it's not controller, but controller 1. All right. So Kerberos thing.
With Rubos and Impaki.
Oh boy, in Beckett, our nemesis.
So this
never
is
works.
the end of
never
our
works
stream.
on. no. But never works on stream for some reason.
In this task, we'll be covering one of the most popular Kerberos attacks, Kerberosting. Kerberosting allows a user to request a service ticket for any service with a registered SPN, then use that ticket to crack the service password. If the service has a registered SPN, then it can be Kerberostable. However, the success of the attack depends on how strong the password is and if it is trackable, as well as the privileges of the cracked service account. To enumerate Kerberostable accounts, I would suggest the tool like Bloodhound. To find all Kerberostable accounts, it will allow you to see what kind of accounts you can Kerberos, if they are domain admins, and what kind of connections they have to the rest of the domain. That is a bit out of scope for this room, but it is a great tool for finding accounts to target. In order to perform the attack, I will be using both Rubos as well as Impacted, so you understand the various tools out there for Kerberosting. There are other tools out there such as Eco, this is how you
I
pronounce.
think so. I don't know.
And Invoke Kerberos, but I leave you to do your own research on those tools. I have already taken the time to put Rubos on the machine for you. It is located in the downloads folder.
Yeah, in the throwback stream we used Invoke Kerberos and then also Rubos, but through Empire. I think both cases we kind of didn't manage to make the instructions work, so we'll see this time. Okay, let's do it with Rubos first. It's just Kerberos and that's it. Okay. Wow, that was pretty fast. So yeah, that's the Kerb TGT account, so you always have to disregard. No, sorry.
No, HTTP service.
Yeah, HTTP service. But sometimes tools will. Then I was wrong. Maybe they do it the other way around. Then HTTP service is the Kerberostable one. That the SQL one is
very
and there's also
twisty
SQL.
twist.
So maybe it's both. So we have two Kerberostable ones with the service principal name set. So there is the service principal for the SQL service and service principal name for the HTTP service. All right. What's next?
Hashcat? No.
What is the password?
Yeah, I saw Hashcat there.
Okay.
You still have your...
No, yeah. Copy the hash onto your attacker machine and put it into text file and check it with hashcat. I created a modified Rocky word just to speed up process.
Maybe it's a smaller one.
Yeah, it's definitely okay.
You want to download that small one?
Come again?
That I think that it's a
Yeah,
smaller.
I just need to navigate to my tools folder. this one. So I'm going
Faster.
to save the link. Wait, no, this is an HTML file. Okay, it's need to download it and place it. I'm gonna drop it immediately into my hashcat folder. Okay. So we need the hash. Is there a
There's
good
no
way to copy hash onto your?
export it. Copy the hash onto
Yeah.
your attacker machine. So probably
Yeah, I'm
there
gonna
is
just
not a
create a
nice
hash txt, but
way to export it. It's so strange, no?
I just wonder if there's a good way to with Rubels to print these, because this one is not good for hashcat. So is it like a hashcatable, crackable version of this? You see what I mean?
I do see what you mean, but
I think
this
I would
is
just
the
copy the
same
entire.
output.
Yeah, I
what
know.
we got.
I know, and I hate it because I need to do some massaging.
It's very strange that there's no connecting step. You know, we still have to do something other than just click.
No wrap. No wraps. I think the / no wrap should be good. Sorry, I'm gonna
Add the message.
I'm gonna clear the
Reason swearing, that's annoying. LMA.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wow, we really need to
Yeah. Discuss
the-
it with the Nightbot.
yeah, Mr. Nightbot. So I think / no wrap should give us a proper. Yeah, look, this is so much nicer. So yeah, it's something that, and I think most tools will probably have this kind of output. So actually not even going to copy all of this. So I'm just going to massage these into a decent form, and I think I can have multiple lines here. Here, that's nice. I don't know why I didn't copy this one immediately into my hash text file, but never mind that. So we have
How
this
did you
one.
do that? Just no wrap? Yeah.
Yeah, / no wrap. Here's the command. I can actually copy it here. Yeah, oh, sorry, wrong. Here. Yeah. Okay, no wrap. And I need to fire up hashcat now, which I'm just going to do right here. And okay, nothing special in this one.
You have those file names?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
that's very...
Yeah, I followed it. It's the only thing is that I'm on my Windows host, and I'm gonna have to use the Windows binary. So that's the, what is it, modality or
mode. Attack mode.
Mode. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I never know why is it -m. To digest to Unix faults, attention, pure backend kernel.
Yeah, I think force.
Yeah. The AMD drivers are not fantastic, so. Okay, summer 2020, and then my password. Okay, so these are the passwords.
How long is the past text file?
I don't know, it's probably super small.
Because it was very fast.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very short one.
1,200-ish lines.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to answer these later. I'm going to just put these ones in a note or something, or just save the output. So the SQL service had my password, and then HTTP service was summer 2022. that was the best summer for everyone, right? It was a weird song. Okay, I'm not sure if we're gonna need this. I'm gonna close it. Okay, let's try to have it unstable and getting an installation in packet. So now is the moment of truth. I don't want to do it like this. I want to do it with the pre-installed one, and this will be without without proxy chains, because I kind of suspect that proxy chains was causing it. So in packet has the get user SPN, and by default newer versions of Kali do have, I'm going to put this one here, minimize this, open up here. So there's in packet get, where's user SPNs. Normally it's installed by default on Kali, and that's should be the latest greatest version. So we're going to attempt to just do it like
sudo or
yeah, I think we need that. So DCIP, I think it's good. See, it does work. I think it was just...
So what was the problem?
My theory with the throwback is that it was either due to the fact that I think it was probably Metasploit, because I did so on Hazred like a day after we failed with sending it through. He also had Metasploit with the proxy module enabled, and he had something else failing through proxy chains. I think NTLM relaying or something like that. And people were in the chat mentioning that, yeah, it's flaky. So I think the problem was that we should have tried, and I kind of regret not trying this one out, to create an SSH tunnel and then point proxy chains to that SSH tunnel. We didn't do that, but kids, don't use the don't use the Metasploit proxy module, because it kind of fails. At least it failed on us, and I think that was the problem. But in packet itself, I don't think it's it has an issue really. So you could do the same kind of cracking that we did after grabbing it from Rubos, but this time it's using in packet. So I think in packet is fine. It's just you need to choose your proxy wise. Okay, we already cracked these, so we're just going to go and but it works. So that's meta 2.
Shuttle could create a SSH proxy tunnel.
Yeah, Shuttle is also fine, and then there's there are a ton of other ones out there. So what we did in there, because we tried to follow the steps just like we do it here, so we followed the tutorial in throwback, and there was one step that they told us to create an auto route and then use the proxy module in Metasploit's Metaprinter, and I think the proxy chains module there is just not stable. So, but yeah, with SSH it's just -d, and then that's it. It's gonna be setting up a dynamic tunnel for you. And on that lab, every machine had, I think, SSH running on them. So that could have been an alternative. But yeah, Shuttle is fine. Shizel and all the...
Here as well, they offered us the...
Yeah, well, we don't need to do anything here because it's just a single system there. But yeah, there are plenty of tools to do that kind of tunneling. If SSH is already there, I prefer using that one over bringing my own tools because, you know, leaving out the land. So, would you do the honor?
Where were we?
What can a service account do? We just went through the two methods, and
so after cracking the service account password, there are various ways of exfiltrating data or collecting loot depending on whether the service account is a domain admin or not. If the service account is a domain admin, you have control.
I'm just wondering what's happening.
Yeah. And what is happening?
I'm not sure.
Okay, then I keep reading.
Yeah, just go ahead.
If the service account is a domain admin, you have control similar to that of a gold and silver ticket and can now gather loot such as dumping the entity as the date file. If the service account is not a domain admin, you can use it to log into other systems and pivot or escalate, or you can use that cracked passwords to spray against other service and domain admin accounts. Many companies may reuse the same or similar passwords for their service or domain admin users. If you are a professional pen tester, if you are in a profession, if you are in a professional pen test, be aware of how the company wants you to show risk. Most of the time, they don't want you to exfiltrate data, and they will set a goal or process for you to get in order to show risk inside of an assessment.
Yeah, sometimes this can be challenging, but I think today everyone is on a maturity level where they understand that just getting domain admin is not a goal. That's not a goal for an assessment.
Mitigation at defending the forest. Kerberosting mitigation. Strong service passwords. If the service account passwords are strong, then Kerberosting will be ineffective.
Yep.
Or you just have to buy a lot of courses. Don't make service accounts domain admins. Service accounts don't need to be domain admins. Kerberosting won't be as effective if you don't make service accounts domain admins.
So, and don't trust your vendor. Even though they say that they need a service account with domain admin privileges, usually that's not the case. Even if it's a security vendor. Yep. I'm not gonna name the company, but I had one client. They were setting up I don't even want to name the service line. So it was a network security device, let's call it like this. Not a firewall, but a network security device. And the vendor said that you need to run this to do the I think it was used for handling the AD authentication. You need a service account and run the service as domain admin. And I was like, no, you don't. And they were like, yes, you do. I said, I'm pretty sure you don't. So there are ways to, you remember that.
And, did you have to eventually? Did you try without it?
I wasn't the one who installed it. So I just told my client that they definitely don't need that. And then later I talked to others who had the same
discussion.
The same discussion with the same vendor. Like a couple of Sense students, when they mentioned that they were using that, I asked like, and are you running the thing in domain? I said, hell no. So you need to, you remember the name of the tool that allows you to figure out what privileges you need? It's something like, I think Eric Conrad uses that as an example in 5.11, or used it. I don't know if they're still using it. It's something like Lua bug line or something like that. So there are tools that allow you to figure out what privileges an account actually needs, but no service account ever needs domain admin. That's like, or if they do, it's just pure
then it's a reason not to buy.
And you shouldn't buy that product if they can only run with that. But even in that case, when the vendor said that that's the only thing that they support, it wasn't actually what they really required. I think eventually my client was actually running as domain admin, but I think it's a red flag. Okay, so HTTP service password summer, and then SQL service password. All right, let's look at ASAP roasting, which will look very, very familiar after Kerber roasting, because it's a very, very similar attack, but it attacks a different part of the Kerberos process.
No, as you said, it's very similar.
Yeah, I mean, under the hood it's different, but yeah, what you need to do as an attacker is pretty similar, as far as I can remember. ASAP roasting is less common, by the way.
Dumps the Kerberos wrap 5 hashes of user accounts that have Kerberos pre-authentication disabled. Unlike Kerberosting, these users do not have to be service accounts. The only requirement that to be
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, because I just realized something.
The service account?
No, that I was right at the beginning, and it looked weird, the summary. But go ahead. Just I want you to
Only
finish that
requirements
sentence.
to be able to ASREP roast a user is the user must have pre-authentication disabled.
Yeah, and that's an important part here. And I think here, but correct me, so someone in the chat can verify it maybe. But here, that was the summary for
Intro.
the intro part. And I was hesitant here for a while here, because it says Kerberos accesses any user. Now, if pre-authentication is required, that means that, yeah, you need to run the pre-authentication step, and we exploited that with the curb root enumeration. So with ASAP roasting, because there's no pre-auth required, you can find those users without a domain user. You can just run this attack when you're connected to the network. However, with Kerberos here, not with Rubeus. Rubeus is just using the whatever account we're logged in here. But here, when we run ePacket, we have here a user and a password. I think for Kerberos you do need a domain user, but someone correct me if I'm saying something stupid here. And for the difference with ASAP roasting, and very often accounts will not have pre-authentication disabled, so that's why I said it's not that common, although it can occur in certain environments. But this attack, you can really just run it as, you know, like anyone. And now we're not using InPacket here. I think we also have InPacket to do the Kerberos thing, so we can sidetrack this one and maybe try it out. But let's do it according to the steps, and then we'll see. I'll let you read it, but I kind of have a hunch that at the beginning of the room they have a mistake there, a small mistake, and getting a domain account is usually not very challenging, but you still need to have a user.
We'll continue using Rubeus as same as we have with Kerberos and harvesting, since Rubeus has a very simple and easy to understand command to ASREP roast and attack users with Kerberos pre-authentication disabled. After dumping the hash from Rubeus, we'll use hashcat in order to grab the Kerberos ASREP
ASREP 5 hash.
ASREP 5 hash. There are other tools out as well for ASREP roasting, such as Kiko
And I want to use the
and InPacket get
MP users. I do want to use that one as well. It's not used here, but I would like to use it as one other tool
Just
that
to
we
try
try
it
out.
out.
Yeah, just to try it out.
Rubeus is easier to use because it automatically finds ASREP roastable users, whereas the get NP users, you have to enumerate the users beforehand and know which users may be ASREP roastable. I've already compiled and put Rubeus on the machine.
So it's not really a huge constraint here. You can use something like PowerView or any of the enumeration tools like Bloodhound, because they will flag it, and PowerView does have a separate command to find ASAP roastable accounts, if I remember correctly. We can definitely find them with Bloodhound.
ASREP roasting.
There's a built-in query, if you remember, on the Bloodhound interface. You can just say find me roastable users. Sorry, go ahead.
Overview. During pre-authentication, the user's hash will be used to encrypt the timestamp that the domain controller will attempt to decrypt to validate that the right hash is being used and is not replaying a previous request. After validating the timestamp, the KDC will then issue a TGT for the user. If pre-authentication is disabled, you can request any authentication data for any user, and the KDC will return an encrypted TGT that can be cracked offline, because the KDC skips the step of validating that the user is really who they say they are. Dumping kerb AS rep 5 hashes with Kerberos.
Okay,
So
let's
should I
run this
just
one. Yeah,
run?
sure.
This will run the ASRepros command looking for vulnerable users and then dump found vulnerable user hashes.
Yeah, I don't know where I left the RDP session there. No? Or is it? Oh, okay. Sorry, it's doing it inside the VM. Yeah, you probably won't have that one now on the...
For how long are TGTs valid?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know exactly what is the default value for validity time. I think you can also set that one, but you got me with this one. I don't know. Let's try to find it out. So apparently the default is hours, which is it's quite a lot. But this is just the default value, so you can change that one on your controller. And that also reminds me. So this is not a blue team focused session, but because of this kind of long validity time, when you have a domain compromise and someone suggests to adjust, I'll let you do the, I don't know what's the next. Oh, we probably need to,
because if you have to crack the hash, it has to be pretty quick.
No. Even though the validity
10
is
hour is not too bad for the
but you don't need to crack it within the validity time, because your aim is to recover the password. So because of the method how these hashes are generated, it will have
Got it.
yeah, it will have that unique component that each time you run the attack, like if you do it another time now,
we only care about
we're going
password.
to, yeah, we just care about the password. So check this out, like let's remember the end. So 138C for this one, 8561 for this other one. If I run it again, I get a different hash. Doesn't matter. So I run the authentication steps again with my tool, but it doesn't matter that it's a different hash. I don't have a timer set at this point. This cracking happens completely offline. And once we recover the password, I can authenticate as that user.
So that's the information we are trying to extract.
Yeah, we just need the hash that we can crack offline, and we also want to do the what was it?
Wrap.
No wrap. Because it's easier for me to copy these. So I'm going to, it's a neat trick, yes. I'm going to call these like hash2 or something, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to crack these as well. So yeah, let's call them hash2.txt. Where was I? What do we want to do?
Hashcat.
Yeah, do they also crack it? Okay. So this one is a different format. I'm just looking at because of that, because I don't want to. And I closed that was a dumb mistake that I closed the terminal where I had hashcat. I should have known better.
So they are telling us that the hashcat mode or Kerberos ES wrap roasting. This is this 18200.
Yeah. And
Two.
hash2. Probably I need to do the force as well.
Yeah.
Like last time. Sorry, this is just my driver on the laptop that requires me to do this. And you see the messages normally, yeah, if you have like a
No hash loaded. Can you please open the file if there's
yes, one sec.
some typo in there?
Hash2. That's in the right place. let's try it without the force. I think that's the...
No, it says that...
Hmm? I'm pretty sure I have the right form. Maybe for this one I didn't...
Do you want to try it with only one first?
Come again?
Do you want to try it with only one at a time?
I don't think that should be a problem.
No, I don't think either, just...
Okay. Mm-hmm.
No, actually there were
Oh, sorry.
the
That was...
error message for both. Now that you are...
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, because it says on line 1 and line 2. Can we go back to the description if they say something about this? So here they say that transfer the hash from the target machine over to your attacker machine.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
insert 23
Whoops.
after.
Whoopsie.
So
But I will then cycle back. So after here.
yeah, there's an example if you show us the description. Yes.
Yeah, I will try to position my windows like this.
And then $1. Yes.
Yeah, so this is probably for Hashcat to read the hash type, I presume. Okay. Buffer time is the charm.
With force?
Okay, then maybe the fourth time will be the charm. I don't know, let's leave it like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need the force. But use the force, Luke. Use the force. How weird that is that they keep dragging back Mark Hamill to play Luke Skywalker. The young version. No? Isn't that strange? Come on, Hashcat.
I wonder how the young actors and actresses feel in Hollywood. That even the young roles are played by
that's because you have to do everything like this.
No, I had a colleague and he told us that we are very lucky to have a limited age span. Because, you know, if we could just live forever and you are just born and you have to compete for a job with someone with 1,000 years of experience.
I think that was some sort of sci-fi with this same theme that like people never die, and because of that it's very hard to like,
get a job.
I do remember, maybe it kind of feels like a Philip kind of thing, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I heard it from him. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm admin 2 and user 3.
That's some wisdom right there. The $23 or that never thought of it that way, Lord.
Yeah, but it does. I'm pretty sure there was a sci-fi novel or an episode of a TV series, but I do remember something like this, or maybe it was a Futurama episode. But it does sound very familiar.
The concept of
the concept of people never dying, and like, and imagine housing prices, like everyone has already their it's pretty much what we have right now. Some folks, they just have and also because of inheritance, if they keep just inheriting.
But it would be more balanced because, you know, then you have to populate the entire planet, so I mean, it wouldn't be, you know,
to be frank, the whole idea of inheriting stuff is causing a lot of I don't want to get into like this is still information security stream, so we're gonna get into like sociological theories and ideas, but it is sort of already something that we see as a problem.
Yeah, the equal chances.
Yeah, the equal
The
chances,
equal
which is
chances.
not really something.
Oh.
Not really a thing. What hash type does is roasting use.
Complicated issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
And we
Indeed.
are complaining about Kerberos thing.
Yeah.
Why
So
these issues are
I'm
out
going
there.
to need the little stars here, I'm afraid.
Oh, what are we doing?
I have no idea. I'm trying to
Have a
answer this.
strong. Oh no!
this first
Yeah,
one.
but first, let's read the
Oh no!
recommendation.
Before we even answer the questions, I just remembered I do want to try out the in-packet method.
Oh, the
Yeah.
NP user.
So let's give it a go as well. So
What was the limitation that you need the username?
Yeah,
right?
I'm just going to try to figure it out as we go. Get MP users, right? That's the
NP.
one. Oh. So positional arguments. There's a target you need to define, and then DC IP is probably something that is also useful. So based on the previous command, I'm going to keep that one here, and I'm going to user get MP users. Oops. And I don't think we have that one here, but for the target, probably shouldn't have deleted this one entirely. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to copy this part here. And what was it? User and admin, user 3. The admin 2. That's right, admin 2.
Where
I'm
is
pretty
it
sure I don't
coming
have the...
from? Oh, okay.
Because we already saw this one. So I'm
yeah.
skipping the part that... So this one still requires a password? No. But then maybe we can just use it like this, no? Eventually I will just try to look up an example how to use this one. No, I don't want to use a... Oh, then no, that worked. Why does it require a user
Valid
though?
credentials.
Yeah, why does it require valid credentials? And by the way, I enumerated nothing, so that's also not true. What's in the... What if I do it without the credential part? Is it going to fit? No,
Yeah,
it doesn't
fails.
like it.
Target. Target is missing.
Yeah, but... So this, anyway, this still does the enumeration, so it works just like rows, but I need a valid credential here to run it, which is kind of strange for me. And if we don't provide the password here, it's
Then it
not
is
gonna,
asking
yeah, it's
for
just gonna
it.
ask for a password there. But I don't, quite frankly.
And what if you don't even give a username?
Oh, you think the target is just the domain itself? We should read up on this one.
It's not in line with
Domain should be better. Then I'm gonna give you dash D for the domain. I'm pretty sure it works like this. Or was it dash domain then, or like... Sorry, I'm gonna leave this one in a second. Just domain has to be defined.
target. Look, the target looks like it's domain / username.
Yeah, but
password.
yeah, okay, but it still requires a user. Well, I'm already happy that it works like this. So that's pretty cool. Oh no, wait, sorry, not like this.
With the password included.
Yeah, with the password included.
Yep, this one.
So this works just as well as the verbose one. So I think it's a bit outdated here for the in-packet part. Okay, let's answer the question. So in-packet one works the same way as verbose, but you still need credentials. Can you do a crash on that
Oh, sorry.
just to see if they're... because I'm seeing on Twitch Studio as well some buffering, which is something I never saw before. So what hash type does ASF roasting use? It was mentioned up here, but this one has a lot of
Characters.
Yeah, characters there. So is there like a
longer version of this?
Right, it's like what? Okay, which user is vulnerable? I'm going to jump over this one and answer the others while we try to figure that one out. So user free's password was password free. We cracked that one. Admin vulnerable was admin 2. And if anyone in the chat figured out this one here, then let us know.
I think the total will be 23.
Oh, you think so? So, what it's like?
And the
No, but
one thing is 5.
what is I wanted to learn about
Kerberos 5 E-Type 23 ASRAP.
Ah, very nice.
Thank you. But I was right about the 23.
Is it like Curb ASRAP 5? What was this?
E-Type. E-T-Y-P-E.
Like this?
No, that's
Wait,
not enough characters. Oh, maybe that's the E-Type. That part.
E-Type 23, but then
Yeah.
is it like ASRAP here?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense. No, it's not accepted though. Okay.
No, it's Kerberos, no?
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Do you think it's like this?
Finiki. Kerberos. Kerberos 5 E-Type 23 ASRAP, just in different order.
So like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you were right. That was
Thank
Kerberos.
you.
Thank you. We put it together. Wow, that's weird. That they I had no idea. Where did you get the E-Type part? Wasn't even mentioned.
Hashcat, around the hashcat part.
No, I don't.
But insert.
Anyway, you were right. That's E-Type. So maybe I guess Hashcat calls it like this, or it's just fine. I'm pretty sure I'm a better penetration tester now that I just know.
I searched on hashcat.net.
Ah, okay.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
awesome. Oh, I get it. So like you just search for the mode there on Hashcat. Yeah, it's actually.
On the example section.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, example hashes is probably where we should have gone. That's smart. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Kafka. So that was a good call. Why is this? Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, they changed the order just to make it,
Challenging.
challenging.
We failed it, so they were right.
It
about
was challenging. Okay, Mimikatz. Time for some Mimikatz. I
Oh,
think we're
pass the
just going to
ticket,
finish
wait.
this room in
Oh,
this
that,
stream,
yeah,
but it's fine.
then
Yeah.
let's read up.
Oh no, it's fine.
Mimikat is a very popular and powerful post-exploitation tool, most commonly used for dumping user credentials inside of an Active Directory network. However, I will be using Mimikat in order to dump a TGT from Elsa's memory. Oh, it's not well. I think we'll be using Mimikat.
Well, it's will.
It will be. No?
Yeah, I was just trying to.
Oh, sorry.
joke,
Yeah,
but
I'm a
no,
bit
it's-
slow.
It's fine.
This will only
wasn't
be an
a good joke.
overview. It was a good joke.
Ah,
This will only be.
you're just being nice.
Will only be an overview of how the past ticket attacks work on THM. Does not currently support networks, but I challenge you to configure this on your own network. ¿Qué pasa? you can run this attack on the given machine. However, you will be escalating from a domain admin to a domain admin because of the way the domain controller is set up.
It's a teeny tiny petri dish style network that we have here, but it's fine.
So pass the ticket overview. Pass the ticket works by dumping the TGT from the access memory of the machine. The Local Security Authority Subsystem Service, LSS, is a memory process that stores credentials on an Active Directory server and can store Kerberos ticket along with other credential type to act as the gatekeeper and accept or reject the credentials provided. You can dump the Kerberos tickets from the access memory just like you can dump hashes. When you dump the ticket...
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just looking at some stuff here in OBS.
When you dump the ticket with Mimikatz, it will give you a Kirby ticket, which can be used to gain domain admin if a domain admin ticket is in the access memory. This attack is great for privilege escalation and lateral movement if there are unsecured domain
Sorry. I'm just clicking
domain
around here.
service account tickets laying around. The attack allows you to escalate to domain admin if you dump a domain admin's ticket and then impersonate that ticket using Mimikatz PTT attack, allowing you to act as the domain admin. You can think of a past ticket attack like reusing an existing ticket. We're not creating or destroying any tickets here. We are simply reusing an existing ticket from another user on the domain and impersonating that ticket. So here we have...
Here the validity time actually does matter because we're really just going to reuse the ticket as the description says. Yeah. But usually it's either left to the defaults or probably even longer because otherwise it would be very, very annoying to do the authentication over again, plus generate a lot of overhead. So yeah, let's see it.
Okay, so they are telling us to go back
to the machine and use Mimikatz.
And to an elevated command prompt.
Mm-hmm.
So probably we should open a new one.
Yeah. No, one more. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I just put it in full screen if you don't mind.
The what?
That I put it in full
screen. Oh, no, absolutely, you should.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe just increase the font as this, for this one as well, because, it's a different user and, wait, that's, that's a little bit.
No, I think it's nice.
You like them big fonts? Fonts, yeah.
Oh, it's there.
Ooh. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we still have 5 minutes left.
A lot of.
Why this functionality was never in the throwback one?
I think that
if you follow the throwback streams, then I think we had to redo things at least twice because the lab just expired on us. Yeah. That's why you like the old terminal, because you don't need to /source it. So yeah.
No, on my own keyboard, I can figure out the direction of the slashes, but I don't know what this.
No, this is.
Is it a standard US?
Kinda, no. Yeah. It's sort of. So we're using this little Logitech one in case you're wondering why we're staring at like this. I like it because it allows me with these to switch between computers that we have here. But it's a completely
I'm just figuring out / direction.
It's a completely valid one. There's something in the chat I can't read it.
Maybe because throwback was a whole network, not a single machine.
Yeah, but I mean, just to warn us about extending it would be just something that I would like to see with that one. But it was fine. Okay, let's do the.
Or maybe they were watching us as well.
Yeah, maybe.
The ticket is still valid even after the user has used it.
Yes, it is. So it's really just we're essentially just stealing it. Borrowing it. So Mimikatz, because it's not gonna work. You
Okay,
just,
I have to.
Yeah, with a very steady hand. Oh, no. You can totally copy it. You just have to be very careful. Every time you grab the mouse, I think you drag it a little bit.
2 dots.
Yes, because it's a C++ based tool. That's why double dots. Yeah. So if you now just very
Ensure yes.
Yeah.
The output is
now just very carefully copy this and not drag your mouse when you right click, then it should be fine. And it does these Kirby files. Yeah. If you do export, if you just do secure LSA tickets, then it's gonna dump. Can you try this one? So it's gonna just dump it here. And yeah, it's like the Matrix, but not super useful. Ooh, I'm not sure you can do that one.
I will then just export it.
Or I mean, we can try it. No, it does work. Paste it again. And then this will save. Yeah, okay. I had no idea that it still does the matrix effect. But the thing is that this will save these tickets here in the directory. And so you can use something like, you can do it with Mimikatz as well, but you can also use Rubos as well to import these in. For Kerberosting, you can take Kerberostable account and run the. I think this is what the original Kerberos implementation does. So they just use Mimikatz to dump it and then convert it into an appropriate format. I think this is what Kiko can do to get like a hash out of a Kirby file like this. But yeah, I'm talking too much, so let's.
No, please go.
Let's finish up the room in time. Yeah, so they just mentioned it, and yeah, it's a same format as Rubo. So yeah, these are compatible ones. And let's pass the ticket.
When looking for which ticket to impersonate, I would recommend looking for an administrator ticket from the KERB-TGT, just like the one outlined in red above.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we have our ticket ready, we can now perform a pass the ticket attack to gain. But why?
That's a good question. Yeah, just go ahead. Let's see if it is terminated. That's fantastic.
But
I have no idea. Just start the machine again. Wait, not that one.
That's the attack boss.
No, wait. But it's
not refresh.
Yeah, it's probably just refresh. So this is still up.
Oh, thank you. Try to refresh.
Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. Yeah, JavaScript is hard. It is hard, but yeah. I'm not bashing on the TryHackMe. This is a fantastic platform. Yep. And we need to pick the ticket name. So let's bring this one to the console first. It's clear. And then, yeah, go back because you dragged your... Oh, no. I'm pretty sure you dragged something there. Okay. Then you didn't. So, administrator, this one looks good on top. The one with KERB-TGT. Wait,
one?
No, not. That's for controller. This one here. And I don't know exactly which part you need from that one.
Oh,
well,
maybe
definitely
not
the .kirby, but we'll figure it out. Let me see.
No, that with the
.kirby. Oh, because it's okay. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Because now we're just going to take that dumped one. Okay.
You sure?
I think so. Looks good.
Okay, then I Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should have done. You dragged again. Dragged
But
again.
now,
Whenever you look. Whenever you see something like this under your cursor,
but I'm not
you-
doing. No, I'm pretty sure that I'm not doing
But
it.
something is happening because
I have
it
no
appears.
idea what's happening.
It's just a mouse cursor thing.
Probably you are with that other keyboard.
Okay. Look, no hands. Okay, no hands. But one thing I would like to switch. Sorry, to see OBS and not the not which
So,
Yeah.
playlist.
keylist. You
Here we are just verifying that we successfully impersonated the ticket by listing our cached tickets. We will not be using mimikatz for the rest of the attack.
yeah. So you can just.
So
exit.
here we ran that command inside of mimikatz with the ticket that you harvested from earlier. It will cache and impersonate the given ticket.
So keylist is just a Windows command. It's not Mimikatz specific.
So
but it
I
allows
just exit
you to.
with exit
Yeah. You can just exit
with exit.
and do
Bye.
keylist.
It's nice.
No, this is all you get. And yeah, we see here additional ones because of what we did with Rubeus in the past. So you see controller here, but this is the one that we yeah, I think this is the one that we just
Impersonate.
yeah, that we just impersonated. Okay.
Oh, now we should try to request.
You now have impersonated the ticket, giving you the same rights as TGT you're impersonating. Look at the admin share. Okay. This is only a proof of concept, I understand. Yeah, but like, what is the address? Is this the actual address we need to? I don't think so. No, it's this address here. No. What is the? I mean, sorry, host name. This is controller 1. So I mean, I can look at controller 1. It's just not very interesting.
Yeah, I think that maybe this is what they mentioned
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
beginning.
so. Okay, I think this is not something that we're supposed to do. To verify your access using admin dollar or C dollar is a good way of verifying if your impersonation worked. So yeah, I would also do not dir because I would use PowerShell, but with ls and then checking the machine. But I think we're not supposed to do this because we're on the domain controller. So the Petri dish network problem.
Yeah, and here comes the important part.
Oh, then
Mitigation.
okay.
Don't let your domain admins log on to anything except the domain controllers.
I mean, this is not a bad recommendation. If you have this, it's not only going to mitigate pass the ticket, but also mitigate the risks with delegation, which is really just a form of passing the ticket, really. Yeah, that's a good recommendation. Should we keep on moving?
Please.
Okay. So I'm just going to try to find my there it is, my cursor here, and yeah, it's a bit anticlimactic here, but I do understand that there's a limitation here because of the lab size. So but we could do something like this and then the current IP address just to, but it's not really verifying anything because we're already running as the admin. But you would do something like C dollar or yeah, admin dollar also works on the remote system, which we don't have here. But all right, golden ticket, silver ticket attacks, and I don't know if we have, yeah, so Kerberos backdoors. So these are domain persistence attacks, and Quite frankly, doing a penetration test, this is probably something that you wouldn't do. Maybe if you do a red team engagement, that's a good idea to perform, but you have to be very, very careful. I personally don't really like the idea to run these kind of attacks. I just feel that these are kind of risky. Having a golden ticket around is something that others can also pick up and use. So you can, golden ticket is really a special ticket that was generated. If someone can grab that ticket and do the impersonation that we just did, they also going to have the same persistence. So that's why I personally don't really like this, but it might be a good use case for more like a purple teaming scenario when you want to verify if someone can detect any of these persistence mechanisms. So Mimikatz is a very popular and powerful post-exploitation tool, most commonly used for dumping user credentials inside an Active Directory network. However, will be using, again, there's a typo, will be using Mimikatz in order to create a silver ticket. Silver ticket can sometimes be better used in engagements rather than golden ticket because it's a little more discreet. If stealth and staying undetected matter, then a silver ticket is probably a better option than a golden ticket. However, this approach keying one is the exact same. Yeah, even the commands are the same in case of Mimikatz. So it's a little bit confusing, but the commands are exactly the same. The key difference between the two tickets is that silver ticket is limited to a service that is targeted, whereas golden ticket is access to any Kerberos service. So with the golden ticket, you essentially have a persistent way of getting back to domain admin all the time. And yeah, as the explanation says, the silver ticket will target a given service, which might be still sufficient. But you might have to, if you need to regain domain admin privileges, run the attack and then escalate it. Where was I forgot. A specific use scenario, use case, I think, for a silver ticket would be that you want to access a domain's SQL server. However, your current compromised user does not have access to that server. You can find an accessible service account to get a foothold by Kerberos in that service. You can then dump the service hash and then impersonate the TGT in order to request a service ticket for the SQL service from the KDC, allowing you to access the domain's SQL server. Yeah, and sometimes that might be sufficient to just persist in the environment. In order to fully understand how these attacks work, you need to understand the difference between KRPTGT and TGTs. KRPTGT is the service account for the KDC. This is the key distribution center that issues all the tickets to the clients. There's so KRPTGT, there's a special account on the domain controller. I think we saw this one appearing in one of the steps here for this room. You impersonate this account and create a golden ticket from the KRPTGT. You give yourself the ability to create a service ticket for anything you want. TGT is a ticket to a service account issued by the KDC and can only access that service. The TGT is from like the SQL service ticket. So yeah, and the added bonus is that yeah, with KRPTGT, you will have really basically full control over the domain. You can grab the user hashes. And with that account, you can also move within domains in a forest. So overview, a golden ticket attack works by dumping the ticket granting ticket of any user on the domain. This would preferably be a domain admin. However, for a golden ticket, you would dump the KRPTGT ticket, and for a silver ticket, you would dump any service or domain admin ticket. This will provide you with the service domain admin accounts SID or security identifier that is a unique identifier for each user account, as well as the NTLM hash. You will then use these details inside of Mimikatz golden ticket attack in order to create a TGT that impersonates the given service account information. Now, I think it will be much clearer if we run the actual attack, but now that you're back, I give you the privilege to do that. So
thank you.
This is still going to be during Mimikatz, and there are all these steps explained in the room that we need to go through.
Oh, you tried something?
Yeah, but I mean, just to kind of explain what you're supposed to do once you have it. Here, see, dragged. I think it's when you click inside, no? Aren't you clicking inside? Security debug. Is this an elevated?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Still the same.
Yeah, and we have now even an injected ticket there. So here, this is the first tab because we need see, don't just right click. I think you're left. Are you left clicking? You're left clicking.
Not on purpose.
So just right click because then it does the focus and also pops in the command.
Maybe, yeah, some weird instinct.
So we need the hash for the KerbTGT account. That's why we're doing LSA dump here. Let's do it. Okay, so we have it.
Now this will dump the hash as well as the security identifier needed to create a golden ticket. To create a silver ticket, you need to change the name to dump the hash of either domain admin account or a service account such as SQL service account.
And so why do we need this? Because when creating a ticket, it's going to be encrypted with that user's hash. That's why we need to dump this one first. Yeah, let's create a golden silver ticket here. Yeah, so we're dumping it for the, I think, so now I'm a bit confused because they said that we're going to do the silver ticket attack. I think the K shouldn't be uppercase, just lowercase it for me, please.
At the beginning?
Yeah. Function? Like this. I mean, it's a small keyboard. What do you, but wait, something is this the full command? Can you switch back? Okay.
This is the command for creating a golden ticket. To create a silver ticket, simply put a service and the LM hash into the KerbTGT slot, the SID of the service account into SID, and change the ID to 1103.
Yeah, okay, so we need to fill in the gap. The blanks. Well, if you do administrator, then yeah, that's the 500.
This is administrator.
I think it's just demoing it.
Oh yeah, we have to.
To
complete the entire.
The SID.
Yeah, we have to. Complete the entire command.
No, but I don't think we're doing it because it's kind of. So I'm just confused what they actually want us to do here. Because we only had we cleaned it. Yeah, we should rerun the previous command. I'm sorry. I think, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna set this one aside. So there's the anti-hash. And then that's for the controller, but we don't need the we don't need the KerbTGT one. I think we're just gonna do the SQL service, right? Because they at the beginning they say something about running the silver ticket one, not the golden ticket one. So I think we need this one. Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry. Here's debug. And then I just want to clean the output. So I think they want us to use this instead. But we also, so this is to get the hash for the service account. And okay, we have the RID here as well, but this one requires, okay, we also have the SID actually, because it's just the domain and then dash this. I think we're going to construct, oh wait, no, yeah, we're just going to provide the domain SID here, and then yeah, here the ID is, so they're using here the administrator, but we can do here multiple things. So either we run it like this, then it's a silver ticket, but for the admin user. But I'm just gonna construct here based on what we have. So we can do it like this. For the admin user, it will be administrator. Then we need the SID, which is the domain SID here. So we have here the TGT hash. Oh, sorry, that's the SQL Service one, which is this one here. And then for the SID, it's 500 for the admin.
Right.
Oh, sorry, for the RID. Yeah, not SID. Ah, sorry. How do I? Yeah, that works too. So it would be something like this. And then for the SQL service, it would be changing the name and then the RID. And I think that's it. Right?
And SID.
Change the ID.
You change the SID?
No, the SID is the same.
The SID of the service account into SID.
So this is the domain SID. The service account will be dash and then the RID.
Okay.
I think, but I mean, oh, this is for the SQL service. And then you need to so we created this one, and then you need to I wonder if it's already open a new elevated program from with the given ticket. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can do this here in Mimic Ads, which I never do, or you insert it back like we saw it before, like with pass the ticket. You can. This one is creating a file, and you can just insert it back into the memory. Now I overrode the previous one, so but you have a file. There should be a file here. There. So it's, is it visible? It's barely visible. Sorry. So that command created this file, which we can then pump it back into the memory as well. And I just overrode the same thing. So what was it? Missed EMD? No. Like I said. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sorry. What was I thinking? Obviously, it's double column. And so this one impersonates that user. But so I can do who am I, but it will just say administrator because it's in the and of course we also have already a service ticket here, so this is probably not a very good demonstration. Who am I will say administrator because it's just this terminal session is running as the SQL user here, but it's still like the system displays it as just administrator, so don't get fooled by that one. Okay, and what else? So yeah, and then you can access the machine. Like this is just an example on how we could potentially access a machine. So what is the SQL services NTLM hash? We have that one over here. we did everything right. Oh, we still need to do the administrator. Or did we do that one? No, we didn't. Right, I think we didn't. I was just showing it here, but it never really did that. Control Z, Control Z. Yay! Let's do this command as well. So I'm just changing the ID and the username. That's it. Sorry, wrong command. At least I think. Scratch this. This is what we need to do here. Administrator. I need to dump the hash. I don't know what was I doing there. Sorry. Okay. Kerberos backdoors with Mimikatz. The skeleton key. I'll let you do this one. I took over, sorry. You left.
Along with maintaining access using golden and silver tickets, Mimikatz has the one trick up its sleeves when it comes to attacking Kerberos. Unlike the golden and silver ticket attacks, a Kerberos backdoor is much more subtle because it acts similar to a rootkit by implanting itself into the memory of the domain forest, allowing itself access to any of the machines with a master password. The Kerberos backdoor works by implanting a skeleton key that abuses the way that the ESREC validates encrypted timestamps. A skeleton key only works using Kerberos RC4 encryption. The default hash for a Mimikatz skeleton key is, which makes the password Mimikatz. This will only be an overview, a section, and will not require you to do anything on the machine. However, I encourage you to continue yourself and add other machines and test using skeleton keys with Mimikatz. Skeleton key overview. The skeleton key works by abusing the ESREC encrypted timestamp. As I said above, the timestamp is encrypted with the user's anti-hash. The domain controller then tries to decrypt this timestamp with the user's anti-hash. Once the skeleton key is implanted, the domain controller tries to decrypt the timestamp using both the user anti-hash and the skeleton key anti-hash, allowing you access to the domain forest. Preparing Mimikatz. And here we can use the miscellaneous skeleton. Yes, that's it, but don't underestimate this small command. It is very powerful.
And so again, this is something that you have to modify the Mimikatz source and recompile it, because as you can see, there's no way to define what's going to be the password. So the default one is really just going to be Mimikatz. Yep, everyone knows that. So again, these kind of persistence methods are something that, like Kafka also said, risky. So it's just be careful with that. If you want to use this in engagement, make sure that your client knows about it, and you can verify if they can detect it. But yeah, especially the skeleton key. I mean, it's a great technique. It's just something that, oops, sorry, that was me accidentally switching in OBS. I probably shouldn't mess around here. So just be very, very careful with that kind of persistent mechanism here.
So accessing the forest, the default credential will be Mimikatz. We have examples here. The shell will now be accessible without the need for the administrator's password, or access the directory of the desktop one without ever knowing what users have access to desktop one. The skeleton key will not persist by itself because it runs in the memory. It can be scripted or persisted using other tools and techniques. However, that is out of the scope of this room.
All right, let's just complete this. I think it makes
perfect timing.
A good point on.
More resources. We've gone through everything from the initial enumeration of Kerberos, dumping tickets, past the ticket attacks, curb roasting, ESRAP roasting, implanting skeleton keys, and gold and silver tickets. I encourage you to go out and do some more research on these different types of attacks and really find what makes them tick, and find the multitude of different tools and frameworks out there designed for attacking Kerberos as well as Active Directory as a whole. You should now have the basic knowledge to go into an engagement and be
Yeah, we have some basic knowledge. Yeah,
be able to use Kerberos as an attack vector for both exploitations as well as privilege escalation. Now that know that you have the knowledge needed to attack Kerberos, I encourage you to configure your own Active Directory lab on your network and try out these attacks on your own to really get an understanding of how these attacks work.
Yeah. But in an actual engagement, this would look very much like you try to get an initial foothold, and once you have that one, you can run attacks like looking for delegations, looking for curb roastable accounts, looking for ESF roastable accounts, and then try to use them as a way to potentially maybe get access to these accounts that might have privileges to move across the environment. The juicy goal on a system would be to get local admin, because with local admin you can access additional credentials, like you can look for tickets in memory and just steal those tickets using the I wanted to say it too fast. I think incognito type of attacks, and then essentially move across the environment by dumping. If you have local admin, you can also dump the hashes on a given system and get and the tickets, and use overpass the hash, or which we haven't seen it here, or pass the ticket attacks again to impersonate other accounts and move in the environment. But yeah, and like I said, golden ticket, silver ticket, skeleton key, those are not really something that we use in engagements, but the rest is very much that you will see in a typical network penetration test these days. So let's complete this and then wrap it up.
You are ready for the confetti?
Yay, confetti time! And we had the warning for the expiration, which is pretty cool. Even though it gives a small heart attack, because regardless we got the message there. But so this took longer than I anticipated, but I think it was pretty cool to walk through these. And you had some questions that we could clarify. So let me switch to the chatting part. Yeah, in an actual network.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's a nice
This would be way more fun in an actual network.
Yeah, and in an actual network, you have more targets as well. So in a typical Active Directory environment, it's kind of a mess. Also, another good way that I forgot to mention, and there are multiple ways, is looking for ACLs. If you have the appropriate rights to write write an object, or you have generic all, you can, for example, on a machine, you can essentially add a new administrator account. So there are many different ways to abuse an Active Directory, but these are pretty good ones. And yeah, I agree. I think it was a nice little room there. Okay, let me switch to just chatting, and in the meantime, we're gonna have a hard time finding someone to raid, but
what about
we'll
Security
see.
Weekly? Can you please check if they are there?
I don't think they are online. So I'm just looking for a channel to raid. But today seems to be pretty so I'm looking at the Infosec list. Does anyone have a recommendation maybe for a raid? I don't see anyone here being online. Text Symmetry we raided last time. Yeah, I think we will just. I don't see anyone interesting currently online, not even in my follow list. So okay, I think we're not gonna raid today. Just wrap it up. I think later Tiberius might go online, but I don't know when that's happening. Usually he does that. I'm not 100%
In a company
sure.
that has 80 setup, is every machine running Windows?
So, good question. I'm a bit surprised about what we got as initial systems for the upcoming engagement. It does not have to be the case, so you can authenticate to a directory server with non-Windows systems, like eDirectory from, I think it's a Red Hat product, can handle that. So it's not common though. So most cases in an Active Directory, when you authenticate against Active Directory, it's going to be Windows systems. But it's really just a directory service essentially, and you can authenticate against that with other systems as well. It's just not really common because in an enterprise environment, I think it's everyone is still just runs Windows. or
No,
or if they're not, then usually their systems are not authenticating against an Active Directory or directory server.
Some companies run mostly macOS. Would it still make sense to have AD?
So with macOS, you can also use authentication against the directory service, as far as I know. But
I'm not sure if I
environment.
recall it correctly, but those were Linux desktops, and I think they used AD authentications at the client. Yeah.
I do remember we worked with a client who had Maxes. They were authenticating against Active Directory as well. So, I mean, it makes management easier for the IT stuff. So it's not a bad idea to do it, but you're still gonna have that additional risk that now everything is all your eggs in one basket. Because when someone compromises the AD, then they even will have access to those systems, so you need to consider those ones as compromised as well. Sorry, wrong camera. I should look at this one. I keep looking at the cameras there, but we're in the other view now. All right, so as we talked about it, and let me just this will make it clearer that I need to talk into that camera. So as we mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, we're going to go for a longer project, and we won't be able to stream during those times, but we have a ton of stream material that I uploaded back to Twitch, and I will schedule a rerun for probably not for every day, but for definitely we'll do reruns in our usual time schedule. So don't get fooled by the schedule. It says on vacation, which is true, but we're still going to do reruns, starting with the videos that aged out from the default VOD section. So after 2 weeks, Twitch ages out the recording, but I downloaded them and uploaded them back up. But it's really just what Twitch recorded. So sometimes when we have like an issue with the stream and our stream was down, then you will see that one also in the recording, which makes it more realistic. So you will have the chance to rewatch it, and then we will come back. My plan is for March 7, but we'll see if we can make it. If not, then that's still going to be a rerun, and then we will come back the 9th. So that's it for today, like I said, we're gonna have reruns. No more streams for this week, so we're also going to have a rerun for Friday. I will try to pick some hardware-related one. Probably the Ponagochi and Pi Sniffer one is something that we did first, I think. Now I just lost a bit in my memory, so I'm not sure. But that's all for today. And then later, I think we will probably revisit the attractive directory, or maybe we'll start Hollow. We'll figure it out. And then some. So thank you all. And I couldn't pick anyone to rate, so we're just gonna finish the stream here. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.